Hi everybody, and welcome back to the podcast YouTube channel. It's your girl Sabrina Savage here, and if you are new here, then welcome. Make sure you stick around and subscribe, and let's get into this video. So today we are going to be talking about, what are we gonna be talking about? Oh yeah, so it's gonna be like a mixture of unpopular opinions with just a little bit of music talk, what to expect. Let's just get some juices flowing. So let's start with some unpopular opinions, starting with number one. Y'all need to leave Normani alone, okay? Leave my girl Normani alone. Has SZA taught y'all nothing? Has SZA taken long taught y'all nothing? Everybody complaining, when is the album coming, sis? When is the album coming, sis? She has all of these things to deal with business-wise. And yes, I just got my nails done, so I'm doing. But she has all of these things to complete business-wise, to get things clear. She has to come up with the content, beats, all that stuff takes time. And what does she deliver y'all? A great album. So for me, I just find it weird that people complain about this microwave society, this TikTok music society, but then want to trash somebody for taking long. I get Normani's album was supposed to come out, and I get that she could do some things more or better. But at the same time, we have no idea what her creative process is. And as somebody who writes myself and all that stuff, I could not, I would just not be able to write just because people tell me to write. I don't want to put out music or just anything, poetry, anything, without really feeling like this is me, this is my message, this is what I have to present. So I don't mind how long it may take. But y'all let me know what y'all feel about that in the comments down below. My next unpopular opinion is that when it comes to the aesthetic era, it started out with us just having influencers that we related to, that we like seeing unboxings, telling us about their honest opinions. But as those small influencers grew, their content quality and everything grew with it. And we unknowingly started having this expectation that if you know what you're talking about, you already have a good following, you have great lighting, you have this aesthetically pleasing scenario, your life looks perfect, you look perfect, and so you're worth following. And obviously, if this is these people's jobs, which, side note, I think that should be a video in itself, how much people try to come at influencing and content creation. Like, it isn't a good thing that we have an extra way for us normal folk to come up in this world legally. So that's also weird. I get how influencers have gotten out of control, big-headed, sometimes make way too much money for doing the least. But again, those are things that can be adjusted, but the overall premise of content creation, influencing, should not be shamed as much as it is. Get your money, honey. Get your money, honey, okay? But it just comes to the point where we shame really random stuff. But we also gotta just take accountability for what we help perpetuate. When I first started influencing or getting into it, I noticed that I would put all this thought into content and produce it and barely any views. Then I would go in the mirror and do like girl, cute, you know, the typical non-substance stuff, and get all these likes, all these followers, and all these views. Obviously, as someone who's trying to make money from this, that's going to be tempting. I have now found a balance of just toughing it out, waiting for my crowd to find me. I don't want fast and easy, but we gotta acknowledge that we do our moves, the way we move, it does encourage fast and easy. There are so many normal looking influencers out here. Anybody that you want to see look like you, black women, moms, anything, they're out there. It's just that they don't really get any interaction when they post the way people claim they want people to post. So there's that. So it's just like a double-edged sword. And before somebody says something, I get that the algorithm is made a certain way to push people, but also there is a big part of the algorithm that is made that way because they've observed what people are drawn to. So when they observe that people will go out of their way to find real and authentic versus just getting pushed the most aesthetically pleasing, the titties are tittying, okay? But besides that, got distracted. But once they figure that out, maybe they'll start embedding that to the algorithm, or more social media platforms that pop up in the future will start embedding that into their algorithm. My next unpopular opinion, this is gonna get us moving back towards the music, is that in about 10 to 15 years, people are going to realize that Nicki Minaj was bullied basically her whole career. I said it, and before people say like, oh, that's not an unpopular opinion, all her fans say that. Yeah, that's the thing. Y'all label that as only a Barb thing, but as a lover of music, as someone who supported multiple Black women, not even just Black women, just musicians in general. You see this happen with Tupac, you see this happen with Michael Jackson, you see this happen with Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin. The list go on and on. But during their day, magazines, news outlets, scrutinizing them for their attitude, for what they had to say in interviews, when really they was just being straightforward and just was over the BS. Not saying any of these people are perfect, Nicki Minaj included, but I am saying that I personally feel like, from what I've seen, at least 8 to 9 times out of 10, she has a reason. It doesn't mean she had the best reaction, but people straight up label it as bully when it's like literally the opposite. Literally, this woman has been putting out hits for 15 years, and people are so quick to compare her to a new person just because they got a Grammy, or just because they don't like Nicki and they want to diminish her. However, everyone on a daily basis see what Kanye West says and does. No one will ever start to try to compare a new male rapper and his abilities and his accomplishments to Kanye because of the crazy stuff he's done. Only with Black women, especially with Nicki Minaj. So I just find that weird, but I do feel like in the future, just like, oh, we was too mean to Naomi Campbell, we were too mean to Whitney Houston, we didn't get what they were fighting against. Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm already seeing videos now from people who was like making think pieces about Nicki Minaj doing the most, coming back and saying, you know what, actually researching and taking a step back and seeing the situation fresh, she wasn't tweaking. Even Remy Ma said that.
Yeah, but in Nicki's defense, now I see why she wasn't dealing with some of these bitches, because
no.
Yo,
you know, it's two ways.
Like, there's no ways. Like I be looking sometimes, like some of these women, like, and I be like, yo, it's enough room for everybody. Like, why you doing shorty like that, or why you like? I just don't understand like their thought process or their logic.
That's my thing on that. I'm not arguing with y'all in the comments about it. Fight your mama. Speaking of female rap, the female rappers that are being pushed to our faces may be mediocre, but there are great female rappers out there. Y'all just gotta support them. I have been making it more my effort as a person who loves listening to female rap and just music in general to go out and find them. So I'll go follow fan pages of Free Runway, Doechii. I'll go follow them on social media because I know they're not being pushed. If I want to know they have new music, new projects, I'm gonna have to look it up. That is a shame, but once they see that people are looking these people up, people are going out of their way to find them, hopefully they'll be more backed and prioritized, because there are so many talented female rappers. Bia is talented. Her whole last album was slept on. The Queen's Mix that Nicki Minaj put out, Chef's Kiss, honestly, one of the best female rap songs to come out last year, hands down. We really need to, as an audience, learn how to agree to disagree, because we are unknowingly encouraging these people to be phony baloney. These blogs got caught getting paid for posts at least 3 times last year. And of course, they're not going to bring attention to the fact that they got caught paying for posts. Please stop needing to be told what to think. If you're going to act like you are invested and stand 10 toes down in your opinion about somebody, just inform yourself. And scrolling through the shade room and gossip of the city is not informing yourself. That's like a good start. That's like Wikipedia. Okay, that's a good start, but I need to go fact check all this and stuff. If you're gonna stand 10 toes down. Or, which my next point is, if you don't really care, if that situation is not big enough, then
shut up, bitch. Oh my God.
People are so they want to seem so morally high that they don't want to admit stuff that they know about themselves. And I've been trying to correct that about myself. So I'm not even trying to sit up here and say like, oh, everybody else. I've been trying to correct that about myself. I don't care if someone is mean. A lot of the times I feel like people that they try to present that are mean are not actually mean anyway. So that plays a huge reason why I just said I'm not gonna even act like I care, because we don't ever get enough information unless I see something come from that person's Twitter page or from that person's mouth. I'm just like, oh no, this is too much. But a little silly beef, a disagreement that started behind the scenes that we have no idea what its true origins and meat and potatoes of this beef is, I don't care. I'm not gonna pretend to care or want to cancel my favorite artists or actors or public speakers, any of that, because they got into an argument with somebody I don't even listen to anyway. At least I'm being honest about it, because if your parents was stepping in the name of love after 2000 or 2001, whenever that tape came out, shut up, okay? That is something really heinous, what, you know, R. Kelly had been doing for all those years, yet y'all want a bitch to cancel somebody because she said this about a person? Well, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. Why would I cancel? And if you do dislike a person, just accept the fact other people don't. Like, I'm never gonna go to nobody's page, nobody's person's fan page, and talk stuff about people who want to support them. That's y'all. Let's stop shaming fan accounts, okay? That's actually gonna be my last one because I gotta wrap this video up. But let's stop shaming fan accounts. I do not like stans, I do not like trolls. But understand there is a difference. First of all, standing people, I just don't like how that has been glorified. Of course, supporting a person should be natural. People hate when they see a person get a lot of support, and that is just very weird to me, because we all are beings who live in this world. Who knows how hard this world makes for you to come up, for you to have a voice. Standing together makes much more sense than not. So when you see people standing together in support of a sports team or just a sports league in general, or a person, a music artist, a public speaker, a news anchor, a fucking aunt, I don't care what it is. Like, if you see people standing in support of something, that is beautiful. That means these people believe in this cause, as long as of course it's not hurting anybody. But these people believe in this cause enough to help support it. Because if y'all haven't noticed, especially in reference to the music industry, the people who fell off are literally just people who aren't backed by the industry anymore. Literally, the industry tells y'all who to like. And when y'all haven't seen this person making a lot of noise, winning a lot of awards, y'all be like, oh, they fell off. No, they made somebody mad in the music industry, or their time has passed to people in the music industry and it was time for a replacement, i.e. Katy Perry. So I really don't get how people try to shame people for being fans. Trolls, I get. There are trolls of every single fan base, and there are trolls that don't even troll in the name of a person or anything. They'll just troll over anything. So I don't associate trolls with fans. Take NBA YoungBoy, for example. NBA YoungBoy is one of the biggest rappers, and he's never awarded, he's never reported in mainstream music entities, really. And if he is, it's mostly nefarious stuff, even though his fans really mess with his music. Even though he can get an album to what Glorilla and all of those, and I'm not shaming them or anything, but I'm just trying to show like his celebrity, where he can get an album to get 30,000, you know, first week and stuff, with no promotion, with no help from any entity, because of his fans, because his fans stay in tune. So this man who's worked hard on his rap career, I'm not talking about his life. I'm not talking about his life. I'm talking about his rap career. This man who's worked hard on his rap career, whose music resonates to people, literally would still have gone nowhere had it not been for his fans. Not because he's not talented, but because the music industry don't like him and what he has to say about them and the way he moves, whatever it is. So fans and fan pages are absolutely important. I get people stance on fans because it's like, oh, you can't say anything about their fave without them getting in their feelings. I definitely get that, and I do not approve of that message, okay? But shaming people into not being fans or not being vocal about their support, yeah, that is a no-go for me this year. People don't even realize how much they bought into this crab in a bucket mentality in society. They just do it. They revel in the bad news. The good news spreads so slowly, and once they help you or praise you to the top, they want to see you fall so bad. And it's really disturbing. But y'all let me know what y'all think of my unpopular opinions. I didn't really dive into the music industry that much, but this video was already long, so I'm gonna do a music industry video soon. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.